Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We are all George. Today, very exciting. Bitcoin is above 50,000 once again, and Bitcoin is pumping. Not only is Bitcoin pumping, but the entire market is pumping. And I'm very happy. I'm very happy about this, not only because my portfolio is up, but also I believe we are putting on a massive short squeeze on F2POOL right now. I believe they can't believe what is going on, and they are desperate in terms of trying to make the market go down when it simply won't. And this is what I was saying yesterday in terms of F2POOL versus the world, and it's impossible. It's impossible to win the war for them, and that's what we're seeing today. So let me show you some data. Let me show you what has happened since last night to today. Also, of course, talk about Bitcoin and cover a lot of crypto news. So are you guys ready? Let's do this. Thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams every day, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook so you get triple notified. So there's no excuse for missing any of my streams going forward. All right, so those of you guys that are already in the chat, welcome. And let's do this. Let's do this. All right, so Bitcoin is at $51,100. Not too shabby. It went up as high as 52,600. And it came back down a little bit. Looked like Bitcoin was going to retouch that 50,000 mark, but nope. It came right back up, and right now 51,000. So we've been having this battle at 50,000, right? That was my stream yesterday. It's just a big battle at 50,000. Somehow F2POOL did not want Bitcoin to go above 50,000. Every time it tried, it brought it down with more and more and more massive outflows from F2POOL. It just seemed like there's some kind of agenda, something going on that that they just wanted to make sure that Bitcoin's price was below 50,000. Of course, we broke above it, and we're holding steady right now. That's the important thing. We're holding steady. And let me show you some data because yeah, F2POOL really tried. It's not like they gave up. In fact, their outflows increased. And not only did it increase, but Bitcoin's price also increased. It shows you how much buying there is going on. It's just F2POOL or F2POOL whales versus the world. You know, Twitter is about to enter the game with a huge $1.3 billion purchase. Another person, $600 million purchase. And that was just within the last few weeks. There's a lot more buying behind the scenes, right? The institutional investors, the big public trade companies that are all jumping in. Yeah, they're licking their chops. They're buying as many cheap Bitcoins as they can. So you could see that, yeah, while we were weak below 50,000, you could see the outflow from F2POOL increased. In fact, yesterday, they tried really hard. You could see an outflow of 1,100, then another outflow of 1,100, then an outflow of 700, then, you know, moving up to this morning, 600, and just then we had another outflow of 926. You add all that up, that's like 5,000-6,000 Bitcoins right there. And you can see that Bitcoin's price continues to go up. That shows you how much buying is going on right now. And I believe we are putting on a very big short squeeze right now. We're squeezing them. They just cannot believe what is happening. Now, are they going to keep increasing? Maybe. But it's getting to a point where they may be desperate. That's why they've been trying to hold Bitcoin below 50,000. Maybe anything above 50,000 is horrible. So, this is what I've been saying for the last few weeks. You know what? There might be shenanigans. There might be some manipulation going on behind the scenes, right? But ultimately, if we stay together, we stay strong, we collectively hodl, we dollar cost average, we buy the dips, and continue to hodl, and not panic sell, and also help each other, especially the newcomers in this space, not to get fearful. we're ultimately going to win. There's just no way. There's no way we can lose if we stick together like that. And plus, of course, we have the big dogs backing us. We have the big dogs like Michael Saylor, who has $4 billion worth of Bitcoin himself. We got Tesla. We got Square. We got Digital Galaxy. And now we have all the hedge funds and so forth. I know that, you know what, a lot of people don't want to see them again in the Bitcoin space, but nevertheless, they're here and they're buying Bitcoins by the billions upon billions upon billions. So we got them on our side. And I like to think that, yeah, they have more money than F2POOL. So ultimately, we're going to win this war. Bitcoin is going to go much higher. And I do think it's ready. It's about ready to make that next leg up. Maybe not right away. But you know what? March just hit us. From December to January, Bitcoin went from 20,000 to 40,000. Retraced back down to about $30,000, right? Then we went from $30,000 to $58,000. We retraced down to what, $43,000? Not even 40. And now we could be seeing 45, 43, all the way up to $90,000 by the end of March. That could be right around the corner. Things move very, very, very quickly for Bitcoin, and I don't anticipate that's going to stop anytime soon. So those of you guys that's been dollar cost averaging, right, buying the dips, holding, you have been winning the game. You have been winning the game, that's for sure. All right, so that's the situation right now. F2Pool seems like they're being short squeezed. And I don't know if they're going to continue. They're going to continue to dump. It might just be all for nothing. They keep dumping their Bitcoins. They might end up losing everything. But besides them, what else is there? Well, I want to show you guys this. And this is something that I suspected for a long time. And finally, the truth comes out. And that is Mr. Kevin O'Leary. So recently, he's become bullish on Bitcoin. He says he bought 3%. Or actually 3% of his portfolio is now occupied by Bitcoin and Ethereum. So why all of a sudden a change of heart? Well, he was interviewed by Stansberry Research, and this whole thing is about, well, you know, regulators and how Bitcoin ETF is now approved and things are changing. So now he's all like 100% bullish, right? But I want you to listen to something. And this is confirmation. I think a lot of people miss this. I'm surprised there's no articles about what he said right here. All right, so let me get this ready. All right, listen to this.
I have actually owned crypto since 2017. Ethereum and Bitcoin, but not really been able to speak about it because regulators really frowned on it. And as you're well aware, this is a very controversial issue. 17 owned crypto hit parade that really moved me because I have actually owned crypto since 2017, Ethereum and Bitcoin, but
see how he stumbled when he was saying that? I think he caught himself, like he didn't really want to say it, but then it was too late, so he had to just keep going. So, he lied. He literally lied. During that time, he was debating with Pomp on CNBC. He kept saying Bitcoin was a big nothing burger. Now it comes out, he admits that he has been buying Bitcoin and Ethereum behind the scenes since 2017. And maybe even earlier, but at least the last bull run, he was involved already, right? I think people missed this. I just happened to come across this video yesterday. I was listening to it. And I'm like, wait, he just admitted he lied. And no one is talking about it. And the host didn't pressure on him. The host just like danced over that. Like she didn't stop and say, what? You actually lied about owning Bitcoin and Ethereum? And he blames on regulators? Yeah, like any regulator really cares. Jack Dorsey, all these other guys already declared they have Bitcoin back then. Why does it matter, right? But here's the thing. So that's why some of these guys, rich, influential guys, you know what? They don't really look out for the little people, right? They look out for their own best interest. So they may be saying one thing, but they're really doing another. So that's why you got to be careful. Here's another guy. I hate to pick on him, but I feel like it's the same thing. Another shark, Mark Cuban, who previously said he much rather own bananas than Bitcoin, because at least you could eat a banana, and Bitcoin you couldn't eat. You couldn't do anything with it. Now, he is, again, just like Kevin, like did a 180. 180. He's even battling Peter Schiff for us. You know, Peter Schiff can't believe what's going on, and he is debating him. Like, there's no point to debate him. I mean, he's just playing ignorant. But to quote Mark Cuban, let me help Peter. Gold is hyped up as much as crypto. Do we really need gold jewelry? Gold can make you a ring. BTC ETH are technologies that can make you a banker, allow friction-free exchange of value, and extensible into an unlimited range of business and personal appliances. So, and then to move on, what we're seeing built with crypto today is proof of concept. The tech continues to get better, cheaper, faster. There will be new applications and maybe even something that supersedes what we know as crypto today. But gold won't ever change, which is why it will die as SOV. Don't forget, gold was the SOV store value built on technology from picks and shovels to mining operations that kept trying to improve. Whoever could use the tech of the day to find and mine the most efficiently was the most rewarded, much like crypto is today. Gold is dead, Peter. Move on. So you could see, you know, Mark Cuban first didn't like Bitcoin. Then he started saying Bitcoin is okay, but I love blockchain. And now he's even debating that both Bitcoin and Ethereum will revolutionize the industry, and that is way better than gold. See, Mark Cuban also did a 180, right? So it makes me wonder, this whole time, has he also been accumulating Bitcoin? Because he's been flip-flopping left and right, just like Kevin O'Leary, but Mark Cuban is more influential and richer, right? So maybe he's been accumulating behind the scenes too. But anyways, it's good to have him on board now, because if he's like just talking about Bitcoin and shilling all these altcoin companies, it's going to bring a lot more attention to the space. And he does like NFTs too. So NFTs is also huge. But I mean, Peter Schiff just talks more and more about Bitcoin, because that's the only thing that's keeping him famous. That's why he's playing ignorant. He has to play bear, because if he turns bull, you know, there's no reason to even to look at him. He's not relevant with Bitcoin. He's only relevant right now because he's a Bitcoin bear. That's the only reason why. So he has to keep doing this. Who knows? Peter Schiff probably bought Bitcoin already, and one day he's gonna say, "Oh, I admit I bought Bitcoin in 2017 too." Who knows? Who knows, right? But anyways, so we do have two sharks now that is bullish on Bitcoin, but they have done a complete 180. So sometimes you can't really trust what they're saying at face value, or any other guys that is saying negative things about Bitcoin, right? Okay. So that's Bitcoin news. What else is there? Let's talk about some altcoin news. So one big project I've supported for a long time, Engine, is up to the moon today. And that is because they are coming out with two huge new things. Number one, a layer 2 solution right away called JumpNet that will allow NFTs to be ported from Ethereum to JumpNet. So that is huge. That's a layer 2 solution that they have come out and developed themselves. Number two, they're actually coming out with their own chain, a brand new chain that is not on Ethereum called Efinity. So Engine is taking upon themselves to basically get off the Ethereum network, right? So a lot of people have been asking me, what is the ultimate, savior to Ethereum? Is there something that could be done in the meantime to free up congestion and so forth, right? Yes, that is for the dApp makers to figure out how to utilize a layer 2 solution or to get off the chain. I mean, that's honestly what it is, because there's nothing they could do until Ethereum 2.0 comes out. So Engine is taking a big step. This is a big announcement, which is why they're up like 30 or 40% today. And this is huge. Engine is one of the leaders in the NFT space. They do a lot with NFT gaming, like items and characters and stuff like that. They integrate very well with a lot of video game manufacturers already. They got the first patent. They got the first patent from Japan to be able to do this also. So yeah, they have a lot. They have a lot going for them. So this is the reason why Engine went up. Yesterday, I just did a video about another huge NFT play called Flow from Dapper Labs. But I was also asked about Engine. Yeah, they're fantastic. So you got to pay attention to NFTs, guys. They're going to explode in a big way. All right, another project that I've supported for a very long time that is exploding is Basic Attention Token, and I'm really, really glad to see that they're finally getting some traction. Okay, but not just from like a coin value perspective, but like they're actually doing something with what they have. So Brave Basic Attention Token is a digital advertisement like system that is trying to disrupt what Google and Google AdSense, Google AdWords are trying to do. And also they're very, very privacy focused so that nothing gets tracked and so forth, right? But it's been around for a while. You got a Brave browser, you got this, but not a whole lot of people are utilizing the BAT token. They're not holding it. So finally, they're doing some stuff about it. So they are going to come out with a DEX, and that is going to be really, really helpful in terms of helping people retain BAT. They're also coming out with a native wallet, which you could also do various things with it. I don't know if you could do staking with it, but that would definitely help people retain BAT. And now they have acquired a smaller Google search, like a search competitor, and they're going to integrate it into Brave as well so that you don't have to use Google, because if you use Google, they're still tracking you, right? So this is huge. I don't know why it took them so long to do these things. These are like natural progressions of the project. So that is why BAT is also up like, I think 20% today, because they are going to be coming on their own search. They're going to come out with their DEX. Oh, I forgot about that. DEX also has a layer 2 built in. So it's not dependent on Ethereum's slow network. And also they're coming out with their own wallet. So Brave is just, I mean, BAT is on top of things right now. They have a lot going on too. So see, like this is why it's so exciting. A lot of these projects have so much coming. And it's really exciting to see the end result, right? All right. So that's Engine, that's BAT. I saw this, that Dogecoin is so popular now. It is the most discussed crypto on Twitter. And mainly it's because, I love this. I love this background, by the way. And mainly it's because of Elon. Because Elon can't get enough of Doge. And a lot of Twitter fans, Tesla fans, crypto fans can't get enough, right? But you do have such a strong following that Dogecoin refuses to go down. It still is at 5 cents. It's still at $6.6 billion. A lot of people anticipate that Doge was going to crash, but it did not. It did not. It's still at number 15. Dogecoin is worth more than Aave, one of the biggest DeFi projects out there. It's bigger than Cosmos, Theta, Solana, EOS, VeChain. I mean, it is absolutely huge. But this kind of shows you when you have a group of people with the same mindset, with diamond hands, and basically will not sell no matter what and continue to hodl, this is what happens. And this is how we're winning the war against F2POOL, right? But Dogecoin fans, they have been practicing that forever. And now it's really helping. All right, one last piece of news is I saw this, and this is why I said to sell EOS, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it. I used to be a big supporter of EOS. Dan Larimer created Block, well, he was a co-founder of Block One, but basically the main tech guy behind it, recently left EOS. And people knew already why, because he created something that he couldn't fix, and he's bored of it. So now he's going to try to come out with some new social media platform. He tried. EOS has voice, and it's been beta forever because no one is attempting to fix it. No one is even utilizing it. So this shows you that you can't trust Dan Larimer. No matter what, I don't care if he comes out with any new hyped up project, I will be negative towards it forever. Because he creates something and it gets popular, but then he realizes there's a fundamental flaw that he can't fix, so he just gives up on it and leaves. And that's what happened with Steemit, which is now owned by Tron, which is now dead. It happened with BitShares before that, and it happened with EOS now, because EOS is dead in the water. There is no progress at all. There is no progress in terms of making it more decentralized. Their block producers continue to get richer. There's still collusion going on. Their voice social media app is done, and it's just going nowhere, which is why it's tanking lower and lower on the list. And pretty soon it's going to tank to a point where it becomes irrelevant. So yeah, this is classic Dan Larimer. So don't fall for it. So whatever he's working on, it's not even on EOS. It's not even reported, whether it's a new blockchain or not, because some people thought that he left to build something new on EOS, but it's not even talking about EOS. This is like a brand new blockchain. So yeah, just wanted to say that. All right, I do have an announcement. So I don't know, a lot of you guys may have checked me out before, but I used to have a webpage called CryptosRUs.com. I mean, that's a given, right? I haven't done too much to it, but recently I've been thinking that there's so many newcomers in the space. I need to come out with more articles. Actually, I have someone helping me to write these articles, and I help them along with it. So I did create the very first one. What is Ethereum? Okay, very simple. A lot of people hear about Ethereum all the time. They have no idea what it is. If you are new, start checking out my webpage. You know, I have my video posted up here too, but start checking out the altcoin section, because I'm going to have basically go through the top 100 and have an article on every single altcoin there is, so that you can get yourself educated on what they are and what they do, right? And also I'm going to show my crypto gear store, which if you guys are interested, I do have that. You just click on that, and it's also on YouTube too. So there's that. All right, so make sure you check it out, CryptosRUs.com. What is it? Bitcoin is still doing good, 51,400, still looking like it wants to climb, right? Now, lastly, before I get to Q&A, I do have a new sponsor for today, and they are a brand new exchange called Nominex. Nominex, kind of hard to say, but kind of catchy too. But basically, they're a brand new crypto exchange that has some cool features that's built in. So besides the usual stuff, they've been existing, I guess, for quite some time. They brag about having no KYC. Most exchanges like this, but they give you a limitation on how much you could withdraw, so that's pretty normal. You could buy crypto with Visa and MasterCard. That's pretty cool. But they do have some cool features, like I mentioned. They do have a learning course, or like a whole learning site. There's 150 minutes of video, and you can watch this guy go through all the lessons absolutely free. And you could get bonuses. You could get paid to watch them, right? Kind of like what Coinbase is doing, but they have more videos. So that's pretty cool. You can learn a little bit more about crypto. Also, they have trading tournaments, real tournaments. So this one that's going on, there's about 109 people that are participating. You can win a prize pool of $415. That's pretty cool. Basically, it's whoever can make the most gains. Whoever makes the most gains makes that money, right? It's pretty cool. So there's real tournaments and demo tournaments. So there's that. And also they are involved with DeFi. They do have their own liquidity pool that's on PancakeSwap. Rather than Uniswap, they chose PancakeSwap. So there's no congestion. So you can actually stake in a liquidity pool and get some rewards. So that's pretty cool. So and also they you could buy the tokens on PancakeSwap too. So here's adding to a liquidity pool, and here's buying on PancakeSwap. So they are Nominex. Seems like they're pretty good up-and-coming exchange. I have not used them yet, but if you want to check them out, make sure you do so. Everything, the white paper, the links, everything is in the description of this video. All right, so that's pretty much it. Let's do some Q&A, and while I've been talking, Bitcoin continues to go higher, so that's good. So F2POOL is definitely feeling the squeeze right now. They're feeling it. All right, let me turn to you guys for Q&A. Man, I missed a lot of super chat. Hold on, guys, or I'm gonna miss them all. What about Unibright? Great team, helping enterprise implement crypto. I've heard of them before. I think they're a relatively old company. Yeah, they've been around for a while. Cloud-based integration, okay. Framework with the goal of bringing blockchain technology and contracts to mainstream users. Okay, so they're concentrating on like B2B stuff, basically helping businesses utilize blockchain. Yeah, from Germany. Yeah, they've been around for a while. So honestly, I don't know what's going on with them recently, but there's a lot of projects that is trying to help enterprise companies get involved with blockchain. I mean, they could be good. I just don't know enough about them recently, but they've been around for a while. Alan, if you had to pick who you think Satoshi Nakamoto is, I think it's the Kleeman. The is it Dave Kleeman? Um, so you know how the Kleeman Estates is suing Craig Wright. I think it's the Kleeman. I forgot his name, Dan or somewhere Dave, but I think he's the real Satoshi Nakamoto. Unfortunately, that he's passed away. That's why I don't think we hear from Satoshi anymore. That's probably the reason. Have I seen Agave? I've heard it's a fork of Aave. No, I have not. I don't think it's necessary right now. I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of new DeFi plays, but I have not seen it. No. EB says, I have heard some YouTubers are encouraging support tickets to Coinbase to ask them to trade Cardano. What are your thoughts on this? They could do that all day long. People have been requesting that since 2017. Coinbase is not stupid. The reason why they haven't listed it is because their lawyers probably told them we can't do so. Because Cardano's original ICO was conducted in Japan, closed quarters. It was like a private sale, so maybe they're a little concerned about that. That writing to them was not going to solve it. They've been debating that for 3 years, and the fact that they still haven't listed it yet shows that they're a little concerned. They do have it in their custody service, though. What do you think about regulated DeFi projects like Dust Network? Is there such thing as a regulated network? I think I looked at this. Like regulated in like Europe or somewhere. We empower businesses to comply with GDPR and financial market directives, enabling them to, okay, that doesn't mean that they're actually regulated. It just means that they help you. But still, I don't know. Again, another excuse me, another project that is helping businesses try to get involved with DeFi or blockchain, but this more specifically on financial stuff. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think DeFi is going to be the evolution. So yeah, okay. I don't know enough about it. It is on Binance, so that's good. And circulating supply and total supply is under control. So, okay. Looks pretty good. I just don't know enough about it. But about this regulated DeFi project, I'm not so sure it is. Jamie asked about CRO, Crypto.com. Yeah, they're really big. They're getting a lot bigger now these days. Staking and cards, from what I hear, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Joseph, thank you for that. Thoughts on NewsCypher? I looked at it before, but I don't remember what it was. Decentralized encryption, access control, and key management system. Encryption server, public blockchains. Okay, so it's all about securing data on the public blockchain. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of this cryptographic stuff should already be built in. I feel like this is an add-on that I'm not sure a lot of companies will actually use. That's the thing. I'm sure there's a lot of security aspects to data retrieval and sending data across a blockchain that can be programmed already, but maybe utilizing a third-party service would be easier. So I don't know. It's not something that I'm excited about. Let's just put it that way. Tyson asked about Matic. Matic is a layer 2 solution. It's getting very hot right now. Rumors are some big DeFi projects will move to it. I don't know if that's true or not. They're just rumors, but because they're layer 2 solution stuff is getting hot. There's a couple trends that's happening right now. One of them is layer 2 solutions. It's hot. Another one is a lot of these promising blockchains are hot, right? And all these are hot because people are just trying to get away from Ethereum. Another one is exchange tokens are hot because of the Coinbase effect. And another one is NFTs are getting hot. So there's a few trends that's going on right now. I mean, you could argue that everything's hot, but not really. The ones that don't relate to any of these are kind of stagnant still. So there are trends right now. Why is no one talking about Hydro? Because no one is. If you want to talk about why Hydro went up, feel free to do so. I have never heard you mention Nexio. I stake a lot there. They've been around for a while. They were like one of the first DeFi plays. But I feel like, guys like Celsius and Aave and Compound, and BlockFi, they all taken over. They just have more name recognition. Nexo, I've never used them. So if you're saying that you stake with them, that's great. But it just... the other projects are more popular at this point. TVK. Yeah, they're relatively small. I did look at them before. I covered them on Patreon also. But they are into NFTs too. I just realized what happened to my my Patreon thing? Oh, there we go. What happened to it? I lost my little logo. I'll have to fix that later. But anyways, yeah, they're in NFTs. So relatively small cap project. They have some big partners. Surprisingly, they have some huge partners. Really big partners. But they haven't caught on yet, but they are a promising NFT play. What about the Yield app token? Christopher asked. Interesting you asked that. I'm going to partner with them, actually, pretty soon. Actually do a sponsor segment on them. They're actually a very promising financial app, too. So stay tuned for that. There's a lot that's coming out, right? Obviously, financial apps are very, very popular. So they actually look pretty interesting. Joseph asks, Satoshi is listed on Coinbase IPO filing. Thoughts on Cody roadmap? ADA, Apple. Well, Satoshi was listed in a bad way. Brian Armstrong said if Satoshi ever moves his 1 million bitcoins, that would be bad. That would be very bad. So that was actually not a good thing being listed. Cody with Ada playing Apple Play. I don't know about that. The ultimate power grid of payments. That's a powerful statement right there. So yeah, I remember them. Basically, it's just they're like a payment app. I've never used them before. Yeah, I have looked at this before. They're very fast. And they make it so that it's easy to send from one person to another. Do they have their own wallet? I'm assuming they have to have it, right? Get it on Google Play. So they don't have a wallet on iOS yet? That's interesting. Well, that's not very good. That only 79 people rated it. So that means literally no one is using it. I hate to say that, but... yeah, literally no one is using it. I used to make fun of Dogecoin for this, so I can't just say it about Dogecoin. But the fact that they have an app out and there's only 79 ratings and not like thousands or tens of thousands of ratings means that very, very little people actually downloaded it. So yeah, as good as this sound, no one is using it right now. So that's the honest truth. Fetch AI. I don't like AI stuff. Engine or Flow, both. Both. If you get Flow, it's hard to get in the US, but there are some exchanges that offer it. Engine you can pretty much get anywhere, but they're both big powerhouses in NFT space. Is VThor a good selection? I go with Vet. VThor is inflationary. Vet is deflationary. Go with Vet. Thoughts on Sidecoin? Not a fan of Sidecoin. There's a lot of decentralized storage players now. Sidecoin has been around for a while. I got turned off by them before. I don't know if they have done anything, but once upon a time they came out with some release that made it super difficult, and even with that, there was just something about it. I didn't like it at all. Where did that come from? There we go. Crazy Cam. How come in your last NFT you missed the biggest? So here's the thing. You know, like a question like that phrase is as if that video was about all NFTs. That video clearly was about one NFT. So why would I mention, say, all these other NFT plays in the one dedicated video about Flow? So that's what drives me crazy about commenters and shillers, because they're bag holders. I get it. You want to show your favorite project, but still do it in a way where it makes sense. By saying that just pisses me off. and I appreciate a super chat, but that's the honest reality. Glenn, there's a lot that's in the NFTs play. Wax is another one. I just covered Terra Virtua. That's another one. And there's a few others too. I can't think of the top of my head, but there are a few others that I am researching, so I'll mention them in the future. Chili's is actually a pretty good one. They're not an NFT, but they could be. It's all about soccer clubs, or people in Europe would say football. But it's an app that basically helps teams basically engage with their fans better. And they recently got added on Binance too, which gave them a boost. So Chili's, I don't even know how to say it, but it's pretty good. Kraken Pro has it. Not regular Kraken, but Kraken Pro has it. I'm not going to look at Reef. Too many people try to show Reef, and that project is not even done, so no. What else? Do you think PancakeSwap will dump? No, I don't. I think it will continue to go higher. What is Roger Ver doing these days? Still shilling Bitcoin Cash. How many BDC does F2POOL own? I have no idea. All right, see? That's better. Okay? And I appreciate that. But, yeah, do it in a way where it makes sense, right? Not to try to piss people off. Ecomi, I have heard of them before. Yeah, I have looked at this before. Seems like a pretty good app at face value. I have not tried it yet, but they do have an app that basically seems like it stores and buys and the whole thing, right? Marketplace, storage, and all that stuff. You mentioned that the NFL dropped. So are they partnering up with NFL? Because that's one of the reasons why I love Flow, is because the NBA Top Shots is so popular, and I think other leagues are going to do that. So let's do NFL. Here. Huge potential. They have DC Comics, Warner Brothers, and NFL. Those are big names. But the biggest one has to be at NFL. So are they going to come out with something? Well, I guess we have to wait for them to come out with it. I mean, it's one thing to sell NFT of Batman like that, right? It's another to actually have, like, say, real plays, like just like NBA Top Shots. So we'll see. But that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Big partnerships. Where are they at? Oh, this is holding them back. This is holding them back for sure. Bitforex and BitMEX is the two only exchanges. Yeah, that's holding them back. Harry Potter says, good call on Orion. They're integrating Binance Smart Chain into the Orion protocol. Yeah, that's the good thing about Orion is that they're very smart in terms of making all the partnerships that make sense. They're not trying to develop everything on their own, so it makes it very, very fast for development. There's a lot of projects that develop for years because they're trying to make everything. But Orion, they seem to be, you know, really making all the right partnerships, and that is huge. I didn't even know about the Binance Smart Chain thing, so that's pretty positive for them. UMB, Umbrella Network, I forgot what they're about. There's like so many coins out there. Scalable community-owned Oracle, yeah, no. Don't look at any oracles outside of Chainlink. They will not take off. They will not take off. Yeah, no on EOS. VChain, very good. Frank Castle, appreciate that. I think that's pretty much it. Let's just end it there. Overall, Bitcoin doing pretty darn good. 51,500, right? Seems like we are putting a short squeeze on F2POOL right now. And the more we squeeze, the more desperate they can become. And then, you know what? We could have the mother of all short squeezes and see Bitcoin drive way past 58,000. So that could be coming right around the corner, right? But those of you guys that stay the course, stay strong, right? Dollar cost average, bought the dips, and continue to hold. Well, you're doing it right. You're doing it right. Rito asked about Zilliqa. Pretty good project. They have a few things up and coming. Last one is German license bank 1031. Litecoin owns a share of it. Well, that's bad. You should not have mentioned that. I remember that. Launch crypto fiat swap. Now you can buy crypto with 1.25 fee in your bank. Do you think they will succeed? Maybe. But buying crypto with 1.25 fee, I don't know if that's actually really good or not. Most exchanges charge something. I think it's about 3%, 2-3%. So maybe it's a little bit lower. But the fact that Litecoin owns it, that doesn't mean anything. Litecoin, Charlie Lee made a lot of like marketing stuff. You know, made a lot of marketing things happen. Like buy 10% of a bank or become the official sponsor of the Miami Dolphins or sponsor a UFC event. It's questionable any of those things actually worked at all in Litecoin's favor. So interesting. All right, take care, guys. Make sure you tune into my stream tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter and Facebook. All right, until tonight.